Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer and welcome to the stream. Rich is here as well. Hello. Hello. So we're going to pretend that today is my birthday, and because yesterday was my birthday, and I was gonna do this stream then, but the power blew out and we had nothing all day. So Rickstress and I were crocheting and weaving like the frontier days. But yes, we're gonna do it today instead. So let's head over to this right here. Check it out. It's Amstrad CPC. Isn't that lovely? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. That's not a recognized command. So we are going to begin with a very specific game called Supersnic. Joystick only. I will show you for why. So, game itself, pretty cool, pretty simple, pretty basic version of Snake. You move way too fast, and my reactions are old and dull like these games. I have said that every CPC stream, and it gets funnier every year. The main cool function that this Snake has is you can do that. You can't do that! In certain instances, you just hit backwards and run into yourself and eat yourself. Wild. So the reason that I've started with this, I will show you for why. Real quick. And stop! So, while I was playing UFO 50, one of my viewers was curious as to how I was proficient / able to dink around with the LX3 terminal. And essentially, it's because of games like this. Hang on. Mode 2? Yeah. So one of the commands that I did was list. This is every line of code from the game that we have just played. There you go, that entire game, 155 lines of code, including this down here, where the guy has just... There has to have been a better way of making sprites than just raw machine coding it in, but there you go, that's what the Snake and area look like. Actually, what we'll do, list 10 through 230. Mode 2 can display 25 lines of text. But you also have to consider the ready and return carriage. There you go. So one of the things that you could do is list codes like this. And you could peek at certain values and poke those same values. Variables, excuse me. And that's how you're going to see a lot of it in the rest of today's games. Where... hey, how many lives do you want to start off with? And it just, you know, increments this one to a different code. So instead of starting with 3 lives, you start with 255, the biggest number in the world. I just thought I'd show that off. Alright, distraction dance, everybody, let's go. For people who don't know, I have to do this because there is a soft coil hiss, and you don't notice when I fade it in and out, but I'm noticing it because it's going pop right through my headset. What am I going to start off with? It is you. So, this goes back to my, what school was I in? 6th birthday. My parents got me a particular cassette. Oh, memory is full. Really? What is the command to flush memory? I don't remember. So I'm just going to full reset the machine. There we go. This is how we load the games. Cat is for catalog. That's everything on the current disk. And then you run Stuntman. So my parents got me this cassette 4 separate games on it. And it was called Quattro Super Hits. And they all had the word super in the title. And hell yeah, this track's great. Sonia Aaron, welcome on in. Thank you for your nothing. Please enjoy. I've only just passed what that is, by the way. Right, that's the road. I thought it was like an antenna on the back of the car as a kid. Like it's a radio-controlled car. It could very well be clear. It's fine. We're here now. Don't worry about it. Redefine keys. Do I want redefine keys? Sure. Press the key for accelerating, braking, left, right, firing. Hell yeah, QAOP, let's go. Alright, that's right. So, did anybody ever play Stuntman on the PS2? Because that, I'm certain, is a sequel to this game. Whoop! This car controls about as well as it looks. Look at it. I really liked this game when I was younger, and mostly because of that. Whoop, mostly because of that funky theme tune at the start. Amazing action bonus. 1,000 points. What do the points do? Nothing. Pretty much. You see the little damage gauge on the right hand side there? What does that do? Nothing. I always tried to get it to land on those rocks off to the left. You can't do that. The game won't let you. Oh my god, Rickstress is here. Hello.
Not here at all. Definitely working hard.
It's like she's still with us and in the room today.
Stop telling people I'm dead, woman!
I mean, yes, points also mean prizes, unless you're in Hufflepuff. So... Well done, scene 1 completed. Now try scene 2. That's a really weird font. It looks like Seam 2. Do you know what, Empirical? She half froze to death today.
Yesterday wasn't too bad. It was about 7 degrees. I was walking and going, oh, I've acclimated. It's not bad. And then today happened.
We're under a snow advisory.
Today happened, and I'm walking around the flat and I hugged, and I made him take me out so I can buy slippers.
So because we're in a speedboat, you see, we can't damage the car, because it's not a car, but you can't touch any of the scenery, because that way you just die. You run aground and you die. This game led... You'll see what happens, actually. This game led to a very bizarre belief of mine that movies were only allowed 3 takes of anything, and then they had to, I guess, not make the movie anymore. And Stanley Kubrick has entered the chat, I guess, but yeah, you get 3 lives. Each life is a take of the movie. You botched take 3. Sorry, Live and Let Die just ain't getting made right about now. Yeah. I wonder if Paul Williamson, whatever his name, I wonder if P. Williamson's middle initial is L. I mostly just loaded this so I could jam out to the really cool CPC music. I liked it. Anyway, let's do that. Let's find ourselves another disc. What's next on my list? That's what's next on my list. Run Italian. That is French, but sure. And level 1. Italian Supercar. Is that Testarossa? No, it's not, because they didn't license that. Oh, you gonna do that, Codemasters? Also, Peter Williamson made this game as well. I remember Codemasters from the Santa Monica clothing logo is just the Codemasters logo. But it says Santa Monica instead. I'm the only person who seems to remember this. This music isn't as good. I'm gonna fire to play. Yeah, let's go. Scene 1, Lambo Rally. There you go, you see, the game tricked us by having a full screen loading and then not being full screen when you get into the game. DG, thank you very much for the lurk. We are enjoying my birthday stream by, hey, guess what, playing some CPC games. Yes, actually. Look. Yeah, look at that cool jump! That's how jump pads go. They just send you where you're supposed to go. Forget the speed. It's fine. Why would the director set up a jump ramp into the middle of a minefield? I feel that's fairly irresponsible. Right, now these are live bullets, car, so try not to get shot by them. Come on. Yes. Codemasters, the action starts here. Out of the way, everyone. So this one I seem to remember was like the second game on the cassette. Super Stuntman was the first one. What do you mean out of time? The ending is right there. You know, it's probably all those times I blew up. The enemy cars are blowing themselves up. Fancy that. Yeah, I seem to remember this was like the second one on the tape, and I never played it as much because Super Stuntman was my favorite one on the collection. Mainly because of the amazing title screen music. And then this one was fine, but not that one. That thing on the right looks a bit like a red Cybertruck. What's going on with the back right-hand side of the car right there? I've no idea. Yeah, I'm not falling for your tricks now. There you go. But I'm going to drive into a mine anyway. I think that's why I didn't like this one as much, because it's a lot harder to get from one level to the next, especially when the game is going to, like, cheat, essentially, and just, yeah, you shouldn't have taken that jump. Can I quit? I guess I can do that. I know what we'll do. Because this is a magical CPC that loads incredibly quickly and not 20 minutes from now. What does level 2 look like? Now you're looking through a list of Codemasters games. How many of them are called Dizzy? How many of tonight's games are called Dizzy? One of them on the list. Maybe more. I feel like I play fast food on every single one of these. And, it's always fun. Didn't Codemasters do Dead to Rights? I want to say Codemasters was at the very least involved with Dead to Rights. Anyway, Cop to Chase. Does this look suspiciously like level 1 except green? No. You're silly. Does it talk about the Child me completed this game. Does it talk about the old NES copy protection that they used to have? Because they had not copy protection, checksum thing. Because that was a pretty neat little thing. What they would do is every... How would it go? Basically, they would check the RAM of a particular game, and if it worked, it would draw a little smiley face on the screen. And if it didn't work, it will draw a sad face on the screen. And essentially the only way to see it is to hold every button on every controller at the same time. That game's not very well designed. I don't like that game anymore. I think that might be why a younger version of me didn't like it. Next up is the third game that was on the list, which is you. I wonder if Grimm's friend is here. Probably not. That cat. Thank you very much. Because we're going to play Super Tank, otherwise known as Super Tank Sim. Exor, you don't have your scrolling stars. Are you okay? No, we're going to go for normal. We're not going to do the super extra life cheat this time. I know. Shocking. Joystick. Why did you reinitialize the entire title screen? That's fine. Start the game. This is a very CPC color scheme. You see this red, white, gold, and black at the bottom there? Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's tank controls. Woo! Now this game, I did like very much. I played this game a lot. I'm amazed that adult me doesn't like tank controls. Jerk. Alright, what do we think that is? Is that going to be a power-up? That's a mine. Alright, cool. So one of the reasons I like this a lot is because you could escape, pause the game, and then if you pause the game, type S-T-A-N-K, and unpause the game, I now have infinite lives. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I do. This is the only way child me ever completed this game, is with extra lives. This game hates you. Like, I could do this level pretty well, but at the same time, you know, it's the starting level. You're going to get really good at the starting level of something. Subsequent levels, less so. Aw. Shield! You know, this just standard infantry thing that they include. Do I mean infantry? I don't think I do. Is that strictly foot soldiers? In Perkle Woodland, you know more about the army stuff than I do. I consider this to be a reasonably accurate portrayal of how tanks work. Level 1 Battleground Enemy Phase. Hey, check it out. We're playing Operation Wolf now. Oh, jeez. When the screen flashes like that, you've lost a life. And also your eyesight. Infantry is boots on the ground. What are tanks? Isn't that classed as mechanized infantry? Or am I now thinking of Warhammer? Either way, I felt this was like Hey, this is how Super Tank works. You just go sideways and one-man army. Hell yeah. Is this a boss area? This is a boss area. Doing this on the Windows numpad is not the easiest thing in the world. And then I would always do that to make it look like there was a dude hiding in the window. Congratulations, you have destroyed the enemy base. Anyway, city level. This is as far as I have ever gotten in this game. At least legitimately. I have legitimately, as a child, completed the first, like, roaming area and the Operation Wolf bit. Commonly referred to as armor, but can also be classified under cavalry. Also, see, cavalry is very specifically, like, the mounted division. Here's the horses. And that's not really a thing anymore. That's, like... Someone's shooting me from off screen. How dare you? That's why I never completed the city level. Thanks. I'm in the tank. Hey, Peter Capaldi, I'm not on a tank. Get out of here. Oh, forget you going over terrain. You should have played as a missile. Crossy Road Tank Edition. Let's go. This is the road from the highway encounter. That tank just lets me go. Everything's fine. I like how those turrets looked at each other like, can you what's he doing? Can you believe this? So realistically, I'm with you on that one, because I'm aware that cavalry is used for any sort of, hey, here's the backup, cheers, love, the cavalry's here and all that. But, yeah. Anyways, this is a Super Tank Simulator. I'm going to cheat my way to blowing up whatever the building is at the end of this. Place your bets. What's next? Desert or jungle? Or atomic, if we're going by the Strike series. Yeah, here we are. Boss room. Probably. Let's go. Yes? No? I don't know. Yes! I explained to Rextras, my parents got me this Quattro Super Hits, and she says, it sounds like a whole bunch of cheap games on the one tape. I'm like, it is. You can see why this one would be a budget title, yes? We are gonna, like, level 3. Oh, it's the jungle. Good job, everyone who bet the jungle. See, now it would make sense to be a green tank, because I can't see what I'm doing. Somebody is shooting me from off screen. I don't like that. So, the fourth game on this particular thing. No, you know what? I'm not going to show it off. I've already shown off the fourth game on the pack. It was Superhero. So if you check out, I think, grab bag 1, you will see Superhero. So what we're going to do is go to the next one that is on my list and do something that is essentially what Superhero was trying to be. Run head. That Dalek should look particularly familiar, but probably will look more familiar if we meet one in the game. Right. Any key to move the cursor, return to select the option. I know that we need to do a whole bunch of redefining keys in order for this game to work, because it doesn't. Right. Any key to return to select the option. Carry. Try that again. Wow, this menu's not programmed very well, is it? Carry, fire, and swap with an O. Done. Yes. No. Shift to finish. Cool. So this game is head over heels. There were quite a lot of this. Head over heels is generally considered to be the best one. Head over heels did not make Dead to Rights. Huh. What am I thinking of? Anyway, the Blacktooth Empire. Egyptus Penitentiary, Blacktooth Safari, and Book World. We gave up. I'm remaining quiet, partially so I can work out what the keys are, but also because this is, if you have seen Superhero, and you know what, no harm, no foul if you haven't, because it's like a 3-year-old CPC stream at this point. This is absolutely Superhero, right down to the little warbling noise as we walk along. And also the color schemes. This is another classic CPC scheme. Look at this. Red, white, green, and black. Heck yeah. Hey friend, are you stuck? Please don't be stuck. So yeah, this kind of isometric exploration game, there's loads and loads and loads of them. And Head Over Heels is generally considered to be one of the best of them. This one, and that's just a straight up sprite from Superhero. That little puffy teleport thing? Wild. Oh, what's my button? That one. There you go. So this is why it's called Head Over Heels. Our characters are called Head and Heels. This one is Heels, for you see he has feet. And his thing is he can walk really, really quickly, but he can't jump very well. Ultimately, you can find a pickup that lets him carry stuff. And the other one is called Head, and he can jump really, really high, doesn't move quite as fast, and has a gun. Oh, game. How was I supposed to know that wasn't a thing up there? That's fine. I have no idea. What are you? Come here. Oh, a funky jingle. Oh yeah, there it is. So that's the Dalek that we saw on the loading screen, who is inexplicably, at the time, Prince Charles. So look at him. So how do we solve this perplexing mystery? What we do is you have to puppet him around appropriately and go like that, and then go like that. Is that going to be enough, do you reckon? That's probably going to be enough. Can I clear that? Yes, I can clear a square. That was not enough.
That was more than a square.
It was, but I thought I had jumped from more than a square. Like, half a square, so everything's fine. There we go. Right. How about that? So there you go. Now I have a magical bag to hold things. Which doesn't work on that. Bet it'll work on you though. Nope. That's my swap button. That's my pickup button. There we go. Pickup. And we move you over here. Look at this. I'm solving a child's puzzle. Thank you very much, Wolf. I appreciate it very much. With no cards yet, they arrive later, but Rictus is prepared. She says, everything will be fine. We'll get those cards.
I am paying for half of the box, Wolf, to make sure that he gets the cards so you can stop being so very disappointed. Every time you don't open a pack, he sends me a freaking gif.
Is it the disappointed gif?
Yes.
Alright, so what we need to do for you is this robot needs to go over there. Nope. It needs to go over there enough that I can jump on it. That'll probably do. And then I can collect that in the corner there. That's a box of donuts. That is ammo for my gun that I don't have. But there you go. Or it just kills me. That's another one of the big threats in games like this is, hey, can I clear this or am I just an idiot? Because that's what held me up in Superhero for the longest time. I thought that I was absolutely stuck on this one world and I couldn't go anywhere. What do I do? Well, what you do is you run across the collapsing platforms at pixel perfect speed. Oh no. Alright, game. You got me. There is a game that is on this list that, can I get back out? No, doesn't matter. I got my gun. I'm leaving. There is a game. No. I've recently been playing through UFO 50. I played through it on stream. Go check it out. It's a really good collection of games. And one of the things that I really liked about it is that it absolutely captures the feeling of playing games like this. What am I doing? Actually, no. Go figure it out. Did you read the booklet on the tape? No. And there's also a lot of traps like that. If you play Balldozer, the first game in the collection, these are going to collapse. They're absolutely going to collapse. Yeah, see, I'm wise to your tricks. Because I've played enough of these to know. But yeah, Balldozer really captures the feeling of playing games like this, where you didn't know that was going to collapse out from underneath you. Learn better. Game sense, yo. Can I clear that? No, I can't clear that. That's fine. That robot's gonna eat my donuts. Please don't eat my donuts. I need those. Although, I'll be honest, I'm gonna question how useful a donut gun is when it Don't worry, you can stand on these platforms away from the corrupted Daleks. Then they can't hit you because you're not on the floor. Or maybe they just kill you. I don't know. This is what you get. I have seen many a long play of this game. Don't know why. YouTube just kept recommending them to me, and I'm like, sure, I'll watch the Laugh35 account play through head over heels. Why not? Oh, I really need that rabbit. Is that invincibility, do you reckon? Something's counting down. Looks like a shield. I'm gonna say that's invincibility. Yes, it is. Also, the reason it's playing green sleeves every time I enter a room is so that I know what planet I'm on. It's possible to switch out so that head and heels are on different planets. And you really need to know who's where. What we do with you is a bit of that, and that's a bit of that. And then we go around like that. Can I jump up there with that? Probably. No, because I wedged it in the corner. Silly game anyway. I am going to... I'm going to shuffle you up on the list. Let's put you there so that I know what list I've done this in. You. Right, let's take a look at... Oh, Disc.bin, my favorite game. No, we are going to play Sweevo's World. Now, I did a review of this way back when I started my channel. It's one of the first games that I looked at. It has one of my favorite jokes in it, which is where I arranged the script alphabetically to begin with. Which also suggests that CPC Gamer is two separate words. Anyways, we are controlling this with a joystick, and let's go to Fruit Salad, I think is the one? Where's my Fruit Salad remix, y'all? So this is another walkabout and explore things, but this one's got kind of like a Python-esque twist to it. By which I mean everything is weird. It's like the animated sections. Now, I fairly incorrectly said that you cannot complete Sweevo's World. I can't outrun that. You have to get to a very specific door and leave. And I'm going to do that. That is my plan. How easily I accomplish this, I don't know. Because it has been a while since I have played this game. This is one that I got for free. And was just amazed that I was able to navigate this world. It has time, I say, everybody. Summer is raiding him with a party of 4. Oh no, here it is. Okay, are you ready to see me complete the video game? Now, through this door is the exit. You can't get to the exit because that thing kills you. You see, top left, that slightly concerned face. Don't touch that. This is a summer soup exchange raid. Please share soup. Rex, just go. I'm really good at making soup.
He's excellent at making soup.
So, thank you very much.
He has made me 2 different soups in the last few days. He's very good at it.
I will tell you about this shortly. Summer. So, the exit is through that door. And in my review, I said, man, you can't get through that door. How are you supposed to get through that door? There's a lift right there. Completely obscured by the game's own terrain, by its own design. And then what you do is you go in the hole. You've completed the game. You've made a complete pig's ear. You've fallen out the game. And then these are the things that you can do as you play the game. You get points for exploring different rooms. Now, I forget how you kill each of these. You drop the word boo on a goose. I remember that one. Tyrants, I think you drop a boot on their head. Minxes and Ouijoos, I do not remember. Brownie points are things that you find. But, yeah, there you go. I accidentally said you cannot complete Sweevo's world. You can. It's that easy. Alright, speedrun time. Can we speed this game? Let's go. No, because I don't remember what room is what. Hey, no, this is my Sweevo 80% speedrun. Let's go. I'm going to submit this to Bizarre Games, done eventually. Also, I think you can die in this room. Yes, you can. That headstone kills you. What is foreboding for... Historical documentary FMV. You see, you had me right up until the words visual novel. But, like... Yeah. I'm down for FMV games. More games need to be FMV games. Anyway, that's Sweevo's world. I like it. Because the main theme is Blaze Away. By someone who I forget. Let's play you. Incidentally, Summer, thank you very much for running in. Thank you very much for bringing your community over. You guys are great. If you need to do some post-stream self-care, I get this. Raid and run. We do not judge. If you want to stick around and watch me, I am playing the CPC is what I'm doing, as in CPC Gamer. That's what it's called. Is it disc change or disc change, Crowley? Yes. Yes, it is. We're on Bulldoze. Play the game in mode 0 or mode 1. Now, if I remember this rightly, mode 0 will have bigger graphics and more colors, but it will look kind of ugly. Mode 1 is... Let's go mode 1. Yeah, there you go. This is a free game. Gam, my head is hiding it. The introduction. From an early age, you could always... I know what this game is. I'm already lost. From an early age, you had always considered yourself a bit of a magician, but you were never quite as good as the ones on TV. You did exactly what they did, but never quite had the same luck or success. Like the time you cut your sister's Barbie doll in half, like David Copperfield did to his assistant. The assistant ended up in one piece, though. The same cannot be said for your sister's Barbie doll. And not to mention the time you tried to reconstruct your dad's prized heirloom watch after smashing it in a hanky line, like Paul Daniels did. His turned out in one piece, but your dad's, well, you could hardly walk for a week from the hiding your dad gave you. So an honest Merlin opened a magic shop just around the corner from your place and advertised for a part-time helper. How long is this plot? You camped outside the shop over the weekend just so you could be the first one to apply on Monday. And today is that big day. The old geezer is in a real magician's hat, complete with a label stating it is made in Taiwan, tells you that to be considered for this job, you must first complete a little IQ-type test. He then brings out this miniature castle tower. He informs you that inside the tower are a few levels dotted with crystal balls. These crystal balls have to be shifted onto designated spots. Do this for all the levels, and you will be considered for the job. Fail, and consider yourself out of consideration. That is a good bit of writing. I like that clunky... I like that. Consider yourself out of consideration. That's great. Easy. Asking the old one how you can start, he hands you a knight's helmet with wires, grabs a joystick, plugs them both into the tower. He then tells you to put on the helmet. You do so, and once your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize you're looking into the tower, now down onto the levels. Merlin, baby, what? Informs you that you control the bulldozer on the screen. With this, you can only push the balls, not pull them. Finish all 10 levels, and you will have completed the task. So, live from Cool Dude Merlin's magic shop, here is that task. Remember when we played Oh Mummy and there was like 27 pages of plot for It's Squares? Using joystick, start the game. Crawley9, you wouldn't believe it, we're playing Sokoban. But I don't know it as Sokoban, I know it as Balldozer. So anytime this comes up in like a puzzle game or something, and I go, oh god, is this Balldozer? This is why. This is what I am thinking of. Why did this game need a really, really long intro about magic or some bollocks? I don't know. But the devs sure did write it. I think next up is going to be you. Yeah, we go like that. And then we go like that. If you like historical games that haven't played through the darkest of times, you should check it out. I'm thinking of This War of Mine. Ignore me, Empirical Woodland. Also, all games are Silent Hill. The closest you're going to get to that on CPC is probably going to be Deathville or Zombie by a little French company that nobody liked called Ubisoft. And that's why Zombie U has the option to change the title screen to that horrible Technicolor skull, because it's the loading screen from that. Wonderful. Krim, welcome on in. How you doing? I'll tell you what is Silent Hill. The fact that we have to play Balldozer. I hate this game. This is about as far as I have ever gotten, because I mean, look at it. It's annoying and kind of boring. Alright, you can go there. And you can go there. And you can go there. Oh, hell yeah, actually. I got a new high score. So what's interesting is I don't actually remember the game looking like this. I remember it being bright and vibrant and Technicolor, because I guess the version that I played was stuck in mode 1, mode 0. I think I ought to show that off. Now see, here comes the problem and why I'm very bad at this kind of a game. Krim, I played around with that Scrandle the other day. People said, please, not while I'm eating. Did you get that wretched sausage from the Australian cricket ground? Because that'll do it. You look at that one and
that
ooh.
Pink thing.
No. You're gonna go this way like that. And you're gonna go that way, like that. Ah, dang it! What was the button? That was your first retry. Only 2 left. Oh, man. I don't want to play the whole thing again. Bear me a second.
If you want to prove the point, I never want to land up in an Australian sports stadium. Just show off one of their giant poisonous spiders.
You mean any Australian spider?
Yes.
Alright, so this is what Mode 0 looks like. Ow! My eyes! See, this is what I'm used to Balldozer looking like. Oh, I'm on the keyboard? I didn't check the keyboard controls. But this is what I'm used to the game looking like. And this is why I call these puzzles Balldozer and not Sokoban. There you go. Cool. Speaking of games that are not fun and also balls. Hey, guess what? I queued one up. I've teed it up. Is it that one? It's that one. It's got a rifle through a big pile of discs just to get where I want to go. Run. Bounder. This one, Bounder is now loading. Please. This is was on a collection that my dad had called 10 Great Games. So let's just set you up for that, yeah? Ollie, welcome on in. Ollie is one of the few people who saw my username and went, CPC? As in the Amstrad CPC? Yes, as in the Amstrad CPC. So we're actually going to be playing it. Todd, hello! This game has a sequel called Rebounder, because we used to know how to name things. To the internet! No, don't translate that from French, that's fine. There is a game called Rebounder from the next year, made by Computing with the Amstrad. So I'm gonna guess that's a type in looking at it, because that is the most Locomotive basic game. This isn't strictly an original Amstrad CPC. It's been modified, but don't worry about it. Don't miss. Oh, you gonna explain? Nope, you're not. I thought they were gonna advertise the way the exploding fist. Much better. Alright, anyways. So, Bounder, we're this little tennis ball. And we have to move around the map. And depending on what square we land on, we mostly just die. Minus 10 jumps, you jerk. So it's fairly unclear what is going on in this game. Hi, it says. Hello. Every time the ball hits the floor, whatever it lands on, it activates. Nice. So there, we landed on the goal. Well, in any case, Ollie, this one's a disc loader. So I could quite happily show off to you the loading block 1 screech. But in this instance, no, we're disc loading. Because I've got a stack of games to show off, and not maybe 2 of them. Although I will say this, actually. We started off with something done in BASIC, and I am kind of considering doing a stream where I just type in a game. And I show you guys, hey, here's how Locomotive BASIC works. You want to Gonna play squares or battleships or something? Let's go. Incidentally, this game, completely impossible on a green screen, which is what a good number of Amstrad models were. Like, I can barely pass what's going on this full color screen. Please do a type-in stream. Hey chat, one like and I'll do it. I mean, I'm convinced. That's all, folks. Wow. Now, as Ollie mentioned, imagine loading that for 10 minutes and then that's the gameplay. That's what it is. You're dead now. I actually didn't mind it, because, you know, I was 4 to 9 and didn't have a Mega Drive yet, so it was this, or I don't play anything. Also, it describes the game as, sheer torture. So, yeah, that's what you are, Bounder. Good job. What is next on my list? Next on my list is a very similar game. So let's grab you. Let's grab you. And let's go to you. Okay. Impossaball by Houston. Run disc. Amazing copy protection. Oh, I forgot how 80s this looked. So Ollie, mine never had a modulator to plug it into a regular TV. My CPC was the big keyboard unit with a tape deck and the big monitor, and you had to plug one into the other, and the least portable thing I have ever owned. Wow. What's the fire button? That's the fire button. Ignore that. Now, bearing in mind, this level is called Nice and Easy. So what we do in this one, we are this little bouncy ball, and we have to go down a corridor and jump on all these cylinders and get to the end. Perfectly easy, you might say. Why is it a game called Impossaball? A grim portent of things to come. Thankfully, everything stays collected. I'll give you that. Much like me in PE, we got no ball control. And... alright, where are those enemies? Down that way. There we go. Alright. So you might think, oh hey, look at this. This is a Vaporwave album that I definitely own. Something that gets me about this, playing it now. So it's kind of obvious, like, hey, all the obstacles are placed on this grid. Airings, black and white grid. Cool. Why do I not move along the black and white grid? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Look at me go. Oh, heck. And then, yep. Like that. Alright, all the cylinders collected. Now I just need to make it to the end. Ah, heck. I'm kind of hoping that that time limit down there is not an actual time limit, and more like, that's your time... that's your time bonus when you get to the end. Did anything interesting happen in the year 1713, anyone? My name is CPC. Jump, CPC. Incidentally, I say nice copy protection. I did notice that Exor didn't get to this one. Like, hey, do you want extra lives? Like a no clip mode, please. I do like the design of this game, though. It feels like it needs those little, you know, the you used to see them a lot on the Krypton Factor. Hey, English viewers, how you doing? With the little, like, stick people. The little angular stick people. I feel like this game needs that. That virus thing was so happy to have eaten me. Look at it giving a little wiggle. Alright, come here, you.
Empirical, I prefer Vivaldi's first opera, premiering in Vincenzo.
Yes, I was there, coding by hand. Wait, it's the 1800s, not 18th century, isn't it?
Yep.
1700s was the 18th century. That still confuses me. How do I get through here?
Carefully.
Like that. Oh! We're into new territory! I've never done that! Playing with fire is the name of this one. Oh, God! That's definitely what fire looks like. That's a mine, right? That's a mine! Crawley, did I... No, you know what? You know what? I have shown it off, but I'm going to do so again, because, it's another game that I got for my birthday one time, so we're gonna show that off. CPC. Anyway, let's just ignore whatever was next on my list, because I'm going to play you. But not for long, because I'm real bad at it. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Right, left, down, up, hold. Not that, because then we're gonna get sued. This is Popeye. A good game. It's running in 3D. You can't tell, because it's all weird like. But yeah. You have to do that and collect all the hearts. That's what you have to do. And then hide in the background, because then Bluto's gonna come past. Or his bird. Has he always had an albatross? This absolutely does use the same engine as Trapdoor. And Flunky. Ah, crackles. But you see, we got our spinach, so we're fine. So we can just head over and say hello. And now we've topped up the little love meter there. She's not quite as angry with us. Now, see, that's hardly fair, because we're just going to walk straight into him again. Thanks, Bluto. This also had a pretty good joke that I'm kind of proud of when I reviewed it on my channel. That being, it ended with me doing the Popeye song. Yeah, see, you can't hide me. I'm hiding behind the old lighthouse. Or maybe he can come behind the old lighthouse. I don't know. This game is running in 3D. There is literally nothing to indicate what plane anyone is currently on. It's quite a distraction. Child me never got it. I thought it was just arbitrary and unfair. But like, you know. Sometimes the albatross just straight up kills you. Sometimes it doesn't. Bluto, do you want to... That way. That way, please. Follow the bird. Go on. Go on. Ah. Well, hey, why don't you go this way, you might say? Because... have I broken everything? Huh. I thought there was something pretty nasty behind that door. Actually a lot more useful than I thought it was. So there's a dragon on one of these screens, and as soon as you spawn in, the dragon kills you. Like that. Also, you don't get iframes. You just die. I actually did get quite good at that game when I was younger. Again, you have to sort of wait for Bluto to not be directly in your way. But there you go. That's not happening. Have fun with it. What is next on my list? Why is it you? I'll tell you why that's on my list. Back to you. Because I'm pretty sure that this one was on the same cover tape as Impossaball. Light Force, faster than light. Incidentally, when anybody talks about playing FTL, this is the game that I think about. K for keyboard. What do we think the keyboard commands are? Cursor keys and shift. I don't want to turn on sticky keys on this Amstrad, so let's stick with the joystick and see how well we do. But yeah, no, anytime anyone talks about FTL... Hey! allow me to play my own game, thank you very much. Light Force entering the asteroid belt. Yep, that's what it's gonna have to be. Wow, these controls are awkward. This game, I think, looks really, really pretty. I very much like the deep space aesthetic that keeps showing up on the Amstrad. It has a really good piece of music on C64. This one, it does not. Today is the 37th anniversary of the Mega Powers exploding. They couldn't be controlled. These guys always reminded me of pizzas. Don't quite know why. Child me was like, oh yeah, that's a pizza. When you say Savage was proven right in the end, wasn't... Like, I know Bobby Heenan's thing was like, oh, he's the heel commentator. He's gonna agree with those cowardly heels. But didn't he just accurately describe what Hulk Hogan was doing? And everyone was like, yeah, I guess so, Bobby Heenan. Oh, this is the end of the level. That one's a freebie. And what I would always do is like that. So I felt like I was just clicking in on these little run-it looking things. 3 control centers, no extra. I got 4. Probably. Didn't I? I wasn't counting. No, I did. Light Force orbiting the jungle planet. Do I have Warhawk? I'm sure I can acquire Warhawk. We'll take a look. Ah! After these weird astronaut helmets come and get me. Like, I'm not even talking about whose side is he on. I'm talking about, like... Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan, the real American hero. Go punch the referee, why don't you, Hulk Hogan? Steal that guy's title shot. WrestleMania 9, Hulk Hogan. I'm glad that Sweevo punched him in the face, Hulk Hogan. And like, thanks, Bobby Heenan. You're just allowed to say that. Enter your name. This is going to be cursor keys and enter again, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, CDP. I hate that guy. This was always really tantalizing. Oh, it's gone. The fact that that guy got to ice. I want to see Ice World in this game. What on earth is that? All right, there's Warhawk. You. And we're going to go for the disc version. And we're going to put that disc on the pile when I am presented with a disc. Alright. Get rid of you. No. The demo player scored 2,200 and the game said, this is not a high score. Like, no, it's a demo. You're not supposed to. All right, let's just go off the script. And I'm trying to remember which one is Warhawk. Dot Bass is going to be the boot file. Oh, of course it's going to be Rob Hubbard. Yeah, that drum track's Rob Hubbard. This is a recurring theme in games where Rob Hubbard was on staff. They go like, hey, it's just some game about a mole running away. Don't compose the greatest piece of music you've ever composed, Rob Hubbard. And he did. Apparently Hydro Fool was also one of his. He's not credited, but that's one of my favorites. Oh heck, and this music comes with a game? Man, Pokemon couldn't figure this out. Like, Gen 1 was just like, completely leave the percussion track completely clear because the moves need to do something. Incidentally, I think it's the RZA. There was a hip-hop producer, almost certainly the RZA, said that one of his inspirations was video games, specifically Zelda. Because, like, right now, sound effects are happening, but, like, you can still kind of hear the music, the bass line's still going. And that's what inspired him to look at going into music production. How can I make samples? How can I create beats? What can I rip stuff off, essentially? But not, because that's not what sampling is. I've got the infinite life cheat. I'm just gonna jam out, listen to this music. Let's go. Incidentally, I've chatted with Robert Hubbard a time or two over email. Lovely fella. He's like, hey, do you want to use my music for a project you're working on? Go for it. Just don't make any money off of it. I won't. It's my university dissertation. But, like, man, I really want to put Hydro Fool in there. No, it wasn't. It was the high score music from Monty on the Run. This is just gonna keep going because I have the infinite lives. Ollie, that was a good shout. Can I type it? I can't type it. Cass. Yeah, there you go. We ran it back. What a good track. I knew that I knew Warhawk. I was getting it confused with Boulder Dash for some reason. I thought that Boulder Dash was the piece of music that... No, that's the piece of music that came to my mind. Anyway, you know what I'm going to play? I don't know why this one is next on the list, but possibly because I'm doing a bit of cleanup from when I made videos about these games. Tank Bust. No thank you. I just ate. Tankbusters from the designers. Literally, that's what they're called down there. Designed by the design the game team. 5 does nothing at all. 5 does nothing. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Speaking of reusing game engines, this is going to be the Forbidden Planet game engine, also made by Design. And On the Run, which has this same front end, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do this. But like, Tankbusters doesn't need one, so why would it? Tankbusters Hall of Fame. Design Software. What a silly name. Cheer up a hell. Let's ignore that. Let's play Tankbusters. My joystick? I sure am. Alright. You ever play Battlezone by Atari? Well, put that out of your mind, because this is Tankbusters by Design. A completely different game. Shut up. So what you have to do... Actually... You have to drive around this perplexing world and blow up all of these crystals. And if you blow up all the crystals, you win. But you are pursued by these green tanks who are trying to drain all your energy. The only problem being, there is a UFO going around, which is constantly refilling the world full of crystals, and you have to blow them up faster than it can repopulate. Occasionally you see it. They fall from the sky and they bounce. Whoop, running away! Ah ha ha! I'm standing on here, because this... That's a refuel point. You want one of those. Oh, there you go. You see how that guy bounced in? That's because that tank just now spawned. Initially, I thought that this was just, like, score-based. So what I would do is I would park on the refueling station and essentially just act like a turret. And anytime these guys came near me... Oh, crystal. Anytime the bad guys came near me, you just shoot them. There you go. There's the UFO. Look at it go. Are you going to drop something? You drop another tank. I don't want another tank. Man, how do I get a 5-minute video out of this? And not mention that it's just ripping off Battlezone by Atari. I have the update to that game. And I don't think I ever played it. Like one of the first things, genuinely one of the first things I picked up on Switch. It was like, oh cool, like super duper 3D Tankbusters? Let's go. Times booted 1. Yeah, so that's the only thing. That you can shoot another bullet when your first bullet vanishes. So if you stood next to the enemy tank, they just... The shells become machine shells. Heck. Why does shift make it lowercase? What a silly thing to do. No, I don't want to do that. Hang on. Let me reboot you and run. Nope. Tankbusters has a K in it. Oh no, here's a question. 5 does nothing at all. I wonder if that reinitializes the high score table. Because I would swear it was Tankbusters. I've played a design team game where the high score table is replaced with the most nihilistic things on the high score screen. This program was not written using OS 9, and any resemblance to Rommel's living or dead is purely coincidental and nothing whatsoever to do with the fact that Wookiee, who lives next door, leaves his Rommel's source files lying around in a big friendly-looking black folder about which I know absolutely nothing. Well, okay, I admit I've seen it on the floor, but I've never opened it. First thought, and if it did fall open that time, I accidentally knocked it off the table. I didn't read any of it, not me, wouldn't do that. Okay, so I made a few notes, where's the harm? They were only little ones. I remember that being the title, the high score thing. Because that's usually what happens. Alright, 5 does nothing at all. Does that reinitialize the title screen? Am I about to solve a mystery that perplexed child me? Because I saw it, and I wrote it down, and my nan found it, and pulled me aside, and we had to have a very serious talk. I'm like, no, it's from a game. I can't recreate it. Don't worry about it. 5 does nothing at all. Do you know what? We're going to load it one more time. And if that doesn't change the high score table, maybe I did just dream it. But I remember it. Because I remember being very scared during this talk. Because like, oh man... Let's not go any deeper into that system, yeah? I don't like it. I swear it's in there. And I've never been able to find it since. What's next on my list? You are next on my list. Are you going to boot yourself? Oh, really? Cancel. Let's... What? What do you mean? What do you mean? My... Gosh, 40-year-old electronics keep breaking. Why does this keep happening? Drive A, yeah, retry that, please. And if it doesn't work, well, hang on. Let's go for you. Unless, cancel that, run. Can I just boot it? I don't need to know what it's called. Nope. Alright, so welcome to the reality of growing up with the Amstrad CPC. Sometimes you had to wait 20 minutes for a game to load. Sometimes it just didn't. Can you imagine how you would feel if you had sat there for 20 minutes of the game loading and then the game says, hey, you know what? No. No, I'm not going to. Oh, Empirical, please. Okay, fine. Maybe we're not going to play that one. Hopefully my Amstrad isn't dead, because, like... I mean, that's the end of the stream. And me ever doing this again. Alright, are you gonna run real quick? Or am I gonna... Oh no, that one's gonna work. Alright. Cool. Cool. That was going to be a game called Future Night. It was also part of 10 Great Games. If it will load! And it was going to be another example of why I like UFO 50, because it really, really does capture the feeling of playing Future Night. I don't know how to play Future Night. I watched the long play of it, and the game's like, hey, by the way, there's a forest section? And there's a castle section? What? Oh, hello, Percy the Penguin. You're the best character. Willie, the white Anglo-Saxon prayer. It is. Hey! Empirical Woodland, when I said how many Dizzy games are on this stream, this one is the only one that I've got written down, although frankly, if Future Night's not gonna load, maybe I am gonna load Fast Food. You don't know. So yeah, this is Kwik Snax. I played Fast Food. This is the follow-up, I guess? When did this launch? So Treasure Island Dizzy. Fast Food, Fantasy World, Magic Land, Prince of the Oak Folk. Okay, so this is fairly early on in the Dizzy series. Alright, cool. Joystick controls. And go! The line of ice. Very cold. Poor Denzel is trapped here. Save Denzel from a cold echt. This font is wild. The land of clouds. Will it hold Dylan forever? Can you stop Dylan from feeling inflated? No looking at that on stream. Cook. There's someone barking outside. What's that? Very loud is what it is. Cuckoo Island, the strangest place in Yokeland, and poor Grand Dizzy is stuck in it. Zack's own island, very barren. Poor Daisy is trapped in his dungeon. Save your true love. I'm gonna go this one, because this is where the penguins are. Oh, let me tell you, this music tracker is doing its level best, isn't it? Maybe. So yeah, this is Kwik Snax. And what this does is it's kind of like Pac-Man, where you have to go and eat all of the food, but also you can push the maze around, and you can squish the enemies like that. But also, like Pac-Man, they just come back. Nice. Bonus level. Oh, it's one of these. Can you do the icy floor mechanics? I guess. I hate them. Empirical Woodland. Am I right in thinking that there is a way of turning off the wraparound? Whoop! Stay away from me. Balloon? What am I talking about? Rain cloud. Question marks. I have to go and collect that. What could it possibly be? It can only be good. Not gonna lie, I was gonna go get that bottle of poison. It can only be good. You don't remember? What do you mean? I never played Kwik Snax, so I don't know. Aw, well, now I'm stuck looping around forever. do you know what? I bet it's that. Hang on. Eee! Mind your eyes, everybody. Yeah, that's locked the edges of the board. That's gonna make the enemies stop, right? Nope, it's going to make me slow down. That's not a power-up at all. What a stupid game. Alright, and then you're gonna go like that because you're gonna stop. And you go back. Oh. I'm very sorry, Empirical Woodland. I did not mean it like that. I didn't mean to bring it up like that. I'm very, very sorry. Quickly, eat some frozen grapes. How do I get you? I know how I get you. Going like this. Yeah. So I say that this game plays kind of like Pac-Man. It feels a lot easier than Pac-Man, with the possible exception of these levels. But, you know, I really don't like the sliding tile mechanic that games have. So, what do I know? And then, I don't think I can finish this. I may have done this incorrectly. Oh well. What's it gonna get me? Points? As we have previously established, points don't do anything for you. Those penguins are stopping me from eating grapes. I'm not a fan of squishing penguins. I wanted to come over here to look at them. Oh! Whatever that was, that's melting the ice. See? We're learning things. It's an ecological game now. Oh, good, I got an extra life. Wait, no, that's not the way to go. That's not how I do that at all. Go at it like that. There we go. And then I just wander around for a bit. I got my extra life. I'm fine. You have saved Denzel. Denzel says, "Yo, Dizzy." You've already been here and managed to rescue the character. Oh, they've learned how to spell rescue. Prince of the Oak Folk doesn't. Every version of that game, you get, Dizzy Prince of the Oak Folk? It's Magic Land Dizzy. You get to the end and Daisy says, "Oh, Dizzy, you rescued me." Every version of the game does that. Alright, let's go see what the final world is like. How is this different to everything we have seen thus far? It isn't. It's just, you know, bricks and wizards? That's a glory hammer track. It's just called wizards! Exclamation mark. I am enjoying the music in this game, but at the same time, wow, it's going kind of hard. The CPC is currently running, capped at minus 30 decibels. And it's still redlining. And that, oh, goodness. I've got the answer. It's just, can I get the answer before the thing runs out? Yes, I can. Look at that. There we go. Was that intro Comic Bakery? No, it wasn't. Shut up. Dizzy, get the food. Quickly, snack. It's right there in the name of the game. Yeah. How do I dig out you? Like that. Man, games where the enemies move randomly is kind of unfair and stupid, isn't it? And I don't even get a high score table. Rude. Do I need to put on stream? Timescast has broken the physical hardware once. Actually, no, because, you know. Why would magnetic tape last 40 years? Catalog. Okay. Run disk. This is another one that I'm going to come back to from when I had reviewed it. It's Puzznic by Taito. Good job, Jonathan Dunn. This music's great. You don't get to play Puzznic. Alright, cool. So... Oi! You remembered where you were! Very well done. Alright. So let's play Puzznic. The way that this game goes is you have to move your cursor around and then move these little tiles around. And when you get matching pairs or more, they vanish. They don't have to go on top of one another, they can go beside one another. Now, you notice all of this dead space around the outside of the screen? Well, let me tell you, I learned this after I had done the video for Puzznic. The reason there's a lot of dead space around the edge of the screen is because in the Japanese arcade version there was boobs. And the harder the puzzles you did, and the faster you did those puzzles, the more of these bricks would break away, and then be like, whatever the 80s considered cool boobs, which is probably any, but like, they're not putting that in this lovely little 8-bit game, so I just got this puzzle-based game that drove me insane. Okay, come on, there you go. Can I get a combo? I sure can. And you go like like that, like that, and like that. So there were 2 other games like this, which I could never get my head around. There was one called Pick and Pile, and there was one called Plotting. And Plotting, man, you have got me. What? I don't know what Plotting was. Couldn't play it. And it's the sort of thing that, in any case, child me looked at it and went, that's really boring. You don't, like, shoot anything? Somebody throw a punch, please? Why would I ever enjoy puzzle games? And, like, here's me now. Let's P-cross, everybody. Is P-cross on the Amstrad? Ooh. Please select the next problems. I'm going to guess outrun style. You want to go left, because that's the easy ones. Yeah, see, you want to go like that. Because then you go like that. And then it has to be you. I think my favorite thing about the review for when I did Puzznic, well, sorry, Crawley9, I have 99 problems, and they are all contained within this bloody game. So what you do, I believe... There you go, you snipe it. Yeah, one of the things I did in my review that I was very pleased with was that I recreated the end of They're Coming to Take Me Away. The game had driven me insane, you see. Alright, you can... You go there. That's not how that works at all, you see. I have gotten it wrong. How do I reset? I can't. I would include a contingency for if there were 1 tile on the board and the player couldn't do anything about it. Oh, there you go. They did. Retry. So it has to be you. And then it's you. And then it's you. Also, in looking up Puzznic, I have learned that this game came out on PlayStation. Like, they just straight up did an anime version of this game with waifus and stuff. And, like, okay, cool. How do I get you over there? I don't know. So what we do... That's how we do. We do like that. So then circle can come over here. You go like that. Because you have to go like that. Like that, like that, and then you go like that. In the dream game that I have repeatedly talked about, called Amstrad Action, after the magazine I had, Puzznic would be one of the power-ups that you'd get. And, oh goodness. So... So this bit's easy. He says, "Oi, joystick, please respond." Alright, so down there, dead simple. You... Yes! Yeah, so the idea is, in Amstrad Action, you get power-ups based on the different games that you have found. Nobody asked what La Mulana is. Ignore that. And one of the power-ups would be Puzznic. And it would let you, like, you'd find these weird blocky totems all over the place, and you'd have to, using the power of the game Puzznic, you would be able to, like, pick them up and pull them around. I think it'd be kind of cool. Alright, so you... Okay, come on, Diamond Block. Go like that. Because then you will go even higher. You go like that. So you can go down there. You go like that. And then it automatically completes the last little line. Cool. This isn't going to turn into Chip's Challenge where I go, oh, dang, this game's actually quite fun. I like it. I don't. Oh, especially not you. Alright, so you need to be coming back that way. And then you'll get pushed to the floor, right? Yes, you will. Same sort of deal. You, as soon as you are coming back out, and then you go on top of that. And then when you're coming back over, and then the puzzle will complete itself. This is a little fella. Look, the puzzle's a little guy. I wonder if that's a sprite from something. I wonder if one of these puzzles is a New Zealand story. You need to go down there. You go like that. And then you, where do you go? Because as soon as either of you moves, that's going to fall on the floor. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this. No, I'm not. Because that's... I can say the game cannot want me to do that. Oh well. Hey, there we go. Game over. That was a game called Puzznic. On PS1, apparently. I think this would do really well if they launched it today. They'd probably have to put some, like, star rankings on it, because you make it the most mobile-looking game you've ever seen. But, yeah, I think that would do well. Next is... the game... Come on. Another game that I wanted to include in Amstrad Action, but this one will be a location. Let's play Krakout. Pretty sure you were supposed to ask me how many lives I want that game. Oh no. Nope, I just have 2 lives, and the quit button doesn't work. This is an uncracked version of Krakout, ironically. So here it is. This is why I always talk about playing a Krakout clone rather than Breakout or Arkanoid, because this is the game that I played first. And I got quite good at it, I think. Also, has a really unique option, I think, that you can switch sides. Like, if you want, you can put the the paddle over on the left-hand side there. I tried it once. Completely disorienting. A younger me didn't know what was going on. And it turns out that's probably a sign of something. I don't know what that X2 is, and I've never known. My dad theorizes it's supposed to be divided by 2, but you can't really show that in sprite format. So who knows? But yeah. Hang on, I've missed a game. I've missed 2 games. Good. Because I'm gonna go play them. Now, you can do a pretty cool bank shot on this one. Can I do a bank shot on this one? Nope. What you can do, if you are good, and I am currently not, you can aim the ball and it goes through the entire bottom row and it just gets stuck in the back. It's great. Anyway, enjoy this cool piece of music. I'm having a jam. Alright, do I even have the disc still? I do still have the disc still. Amazing. So this one was on 10 Grade Games. We got this far, and my friend at the time, we didn't know what it was. We got this far, and my friend went, "Oh my god, it's a football game! Let's go! This looks like a weird football game." It does, doesn't it? How do I play this game? Kosaka, hello, hello. Welcome to, me playing the CPC. Ah, dang it. This game called Trailblazer. And it's not really a football game. You just play as a football. Please enjoy that ringing sound in the ears. I'm gonna blast through this as quickly as I can. And then we're gonna get to... I'm just gonna turn it off. Because... ouch. Kosaka, I'll get to that in a bit. Ah. By the way, this game only allows for 4 jumps total. 3-course test, entering Trail Zone B. Green tea blended with coconut, ginger, and lemongrass. Nice. I am getting absolutely blitzed in a game that I've never been any good at. Sean! I didn't know that was there. That's good. Alright. Part of this is going to be learning the layout. Part of it's going to be just playing the game a lot so you know how it works. And you have also pre-ordered Resi 9. Amazing! Those blue ones, I'm pretty sure those blue tiles reverse your controls, one way or the other. Tez. Amazing. How does this big blocky floor writing thing have better font capabilities than some of like the actual handwritten fonts that we have seen? A fine question. Oh, my controls backwards. Everything's going great. Well, that was easy. And other lies this game will tell you, go play the arcade. If you play the arcade, you get a time penalty every time you fall off the stage, 4 jumps, and if at any point your time goes above 99, game over. Get better. Aren't you glad I put that on the list? The next one, and this is also a good one. This one was also on 10 Great Games. This one, I absolutely ran into the ground. This game's great. There you go, XR. I thought you weren't feeling well, but now you are. When I talked about UFO 50 having a crack throw, this is the sort of thing I mean. Anyways, West Bank. In my review, I neglected to say that this was Bank Panic by Sega, because I didn't know. What are the keys? That's a good question, everybody. Screw it, let's find out. Oh, maybe let's not, because, wow, I don't want to hear that. How do I move left and right? I haven't played this game for a while. So what happens is, the doors open, and like that guy, he's nice, he gives you money. That guy's not, you have to shoot that guy. And then... Wait, can I not shoot that guy? Oh, you can. See, if you do, you just lose a life. And the game considers you utterly psychotic. When all the doors are closed, you can scoot left and right, with buttons that I don't know what they are. Oh, there you go. P. I'm terribly sorry that that is ringing in everyone's ears. We'll get to the end, and then, you know, turn it off. That guy with the ball hats is cool. His thing is you have to shoot off each of his hats. And then, if you shoot the bomb, you die. If you shoot the sack of money, you don't. You get a sack of money. And it's supposed to make you open fire real quick, and then stop. You see that? I hesitated, so I don't get money from that guy. And then that's fine. Ah, dang it. He looks so sad when he goes down as well. Alright, bonus round. I never quite understood this one. You have to quick draw against those guys. I would just open fire. Don't do that. That guy's fine. If he draws his guns, you have to shoot. And if he doesn't, you don't. Same deal with the Nolans-looking gentleman that you saw. If he draws, you have to shoot. Otherwise, don't. That cowboy, you just shoot that guy. He's wanted in 10 states for, I don't know, lost lives and frustrating gameplay. This is another one of those games where child me... Mind your eyes, everyone. Sorry about that. Flashing light warning! Child me would just play this game to death. This game's great. Alright, that'll do. And reset you. What was next on my list? Yeah. 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 I got 2 or 3 left. Let's go for you. So Ollie mentioned Warhawk as doing a really good job of emulating the original piece of music. Rodland, I feel, does a really good job of... Welcome to Rodland. Please wait while I am loading. The C64 version said that as well. It loaded off a disc, the version, like cartridge. It was a lot quicker than this. It's very polite, isn't it? Also, I like that it says free play. This is an arcade game, and I think they've just directly ported it from Jaleco, including the free play dip switch. Rodland, so cute it'll make you... I don't know. Why was this game made by the Doomsday Machine? Look at it. Start a 1-player game, 3-player for controls. Fire to select 1-player game. Alright, cool. Let's go on joystick. Please wait while I load the game. So I will say this about Rodland. This is surprisingly competent for a CPC title. And like, yes, there's a big qualifier in that sentence for a CPC title, but also, have they changed the commands? They may have changed the commands. So it's supposed to be 3 hits and these guys explode. I think the point is to collect all of the flowers? Or to blow up all the enemies. Probably blow up all the enemies, right? That's just... extra game! Oh, look at that! They've got the cool color scaling and everything! Apparently you can't do that in the CPC version. C64 version, you can hit enemies with other enemies. They don't like it in this one. And this is one of the games where different versions of the game had different... Sky, what are you doing? So, the C64 version, there was no background. It was all just flat black. And everything ran quite a lot more quickly. Everything had its own little sound effects. There was no music, except for the title screen. Like I say, you could hit you can hit enemies with other enemies. Fancy that. And then, blip. Little cards with fruit on them. You win. These guys, my sisters and I always called key lime pie. I guess because they are green and angular? A fine question. I also remember this game caught a lot of flack in the magazine that my dad had. So my dad had the magazine Amstrad Action. That's where the name of my dream game came from. And it was really critical of this game because, wow, a cute game about cute fairies and cute animals? Why must I smash them to pieces? And... yeah, actually. What? Why must we? Like, I didn't get upset to the extent that the people writing or the person writing in the magazine did, but like, nah. It is quite a shame that we have to just blow up the cute little fluffy things. I genuinely think this is another game I want to see get a re-release. If kind of crossing my fingers that Empirical Woodland is now about to turn around and go, it's on Switch, mate, and then I go buy the arcade version on Switch. Almost certainly not. Jaleco is dead. I'm sure if you look up what happened to them, I'm gonna say absorbed into Activision. Or Atari. Probably Atari. Nobody wanted Jaleco. Pulse Racer was weird. These guys, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, these guys are essentially programmed to just come and find you. It's like, yeah, I could catch the balloon up and go grab them, or I just stand here and wait for them to come to me. These guys also seem a little more stupid than they did on the C64 version. I don't remember this level. I don't remember the cute bunnies or the weirdly adorable tardigrades. It's fine. What's also fine is the fact that I'm doing this on the on a disc version. God, I cannot imagine doing this and reloading between every level on a cassette. That'd be the worst. Alright, come on. Come on. That power-up's the one you want. The explodey balls, they're the ones you want. Apparently, it's not 3 in this game. Do you know what? We're going to beat the first boss, and then I'm going to test something, because I've just had a thought. It said free play on the title screen. I'm wondering if that's because I've turned on the infinite life cheat. Like, is that a game mode or an executable of some sort that, hey, you can just do that. The game will let you. Come on, Wabbit. Come on, Wabbit. The S ball was my least favorite power-up. The S is for sucks.
Yes, but if you get the sucks power-up, do you then not become Kirby?
This feels like a game where Kirby would fit in, right? Kirby and the mystical rod! And you just smash enemies around and turn them into power-ups. Slash food, slash, you know. You'd eat them, it'd be fine. Stupid wasps. Get out of here. No one likes you. Once again, Pokemon should not be real. Beedrill is 3 feet tall. And that's why it's a swarm of Spearow in the first episode, because if it was like the colossal man-sized wasps, no one is watching Pokemon. Please leave me alone, seizure power-ups. I know I'm talking about Pokemon. I've never seen that episode of Pokemon. But I kind of want to. But also I really don't. Because, like, I'm sensible enough to know that that's a stupid idea, but I still kind of want to see the seizure episode of Pokemon. It's like 25 years old at this point, surely. Surely. Also, where's my boss? I'm pretty sure I have to fight a boss. There's like a row of 6 crocodiles. And they both sort of slide in and out, and you have to go get them. And it is the introduction, child me, introduction to... Oh, what do you mean I just got greedy? I just got greedy. I would have a lot more success fighting that crocodile if I learned the timing, but I didn't. I'm going to go for 1 or 2 more. Get a couple extra hits in. Let's go. I don't think this game is going to throw a boss at me. So what I'm going to do is let's quickly not use the infinite life cheat and see if the that was fully half the game I just showed you. Okay. Wow. They cut out a lot in Rodland CPC version, didn't they? No, it just says free play on the title screen. Okay. I wonder why it did that. Probably because if they just ported a whole chunk of code directly. Let us finish with the last game that's on my list for today anyway, which is... There. Oh my god, I thought I hadn't actually got the disc. But I do. Let's play Squeak. This game it's another one that I reviewed in the early days of my channel. I'm not on a headset, I'm on a desktop mic, so you can tell when I look over there. Hello. This game had one of my favorite jokes in it from my earlier writing. I'm very happy with it. Doesn't track very well today, but yes. Let's play Squeak. Maybe. Come on, disk drive, you're making some questionable sounds. You can do it. I believe in you. Everyone put your hands to the CPC to lend it your power. It needs it. 2K of data it's got to load. Bug out. And if not, well... I guess I'll just pick something else then, won't I? No, genuinely something has gone wrong with this disc. Okay. What a letdown. Okay, cool. I'm just going to go to this screen over here so that I can find something else to do real quick. Actually, yeah, there's a thought. Can I... Will this load? Run screen? Surely not. That wasn't supposed to look like that, was it? Oops. That's the Dizzy loading screen. Also, I feel like that says something, that the loading screen command for Dizzy is bigger than the game itself. On disk, usually. Nope. Back over here. So what that was an Amstrad Action demo disc, and the idea was I was going to try and load up what the actual, like what the thing looked like, so I could show off, hey, this is what all my games used to look like. I know what we'll do. I know what we will do. We're going to chase that dragon, is what we're going to do. And we're going to play Fruit Machine. The first video game that I ever played. The first video game I ever put up on my channel. And I've played it on the last CPC stream. Oh, I was a bit worried you weren't going to load there. My goodness me. Alright. You all know how fruit machines work. This is a fruit machine. Let's play a round of this. We'll go for you, Mr. Star. Oh, heck. Why are my lock buttons working? C? Well, that's just silly. H, J, and K. Cancel that. Hold. Cancel that. Hold the middle one. I want to get a jackpot. I want to show you guys the eye-melting jackpot animation. You jerk. But I'm not going to. The game does not load jackpots anywhere near as much as you think it will. I should explain. So, what we can do here, we can do various little things with keyboard commands. We can collect 20. We can gamble for 30. And if we lose that, we collect 10. We can nudge twice. Nudge doesn't really count, because what it does is it spins the reels. So you can't just like, and now it's 3 lemons. No, the game just gets you what you want. Do you know why it's not responding to commands? Because I've clicked on my streaming software, and I'm not using the Amstrad keyboard. Nudge! Didn't work. So because we got 2 stars, come on, game. Because we got 2 stars, that means that we just get to do the gambling, the like double gambling thing. They don't need to be in a row. Normally, stuff needs to be in a row. Because we have 3 stars, you see the tone is pitched up a little bit. And again. And you should keep gambling, you'll definitely win. Terribly irresponsible to give this to a 4-year-old, by the way. But this is genuinely, it's one of my favorite slot machine games. It's one of my favorite games. I have often toyed with the idea of doing like a top 10. This would be ranked number 10, or at the very least, the lowest part of my top X, right? Because I really do enjoy playing this game. And I will still occasionally just play it. Even though I've played better games, better, slot machine games, this is the one that got me into coding. Because somebody explained to me, hey, what did you know you can, like, this is written? If you look behind what the game is doing, there's a whole bunch of just letters and numbers telling it what to do, and you can do that. And that's why I got into Locomotive Basic, which in turn got me into just gaming in general. And hey, here we are, like 36 years later, playing the same thing. That sad little aww sound is so funny. I like how my penguin was responding to me slamming the keyboard dramatically. Anyway, the way this game goes, after you put £5 into the machine in 10p increments, game's over. Which honestly is the way to do gambling. You go, I'm going to gamble this much, and then you stop. Whether you've won or you've lost, that's it. Because, yeah, because hey, that's how they get you. With, don't worry, the house will definitely lose this time. The house always loses. That's what that saying is, right? Now, I have not seen the code of this game. I haven't pulled this one apart, but I will absolutely guarantee you that it is coded to do this. To go, oh, you nearly got it. Nearly got 3 bars. Gamble once and that's a jackpot. I'm certain of it. Like, the number of times you'll see 7s just askew. I'll still take £1. I want £1. Very quickly gonna not break even on that, but yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So one of the things that this game will let you do is if you go to the nudge menu and you just gamble and luck is on your side, you can get infinite nudges. And it looks like it's randomly generated. It isn't. Each of these reels is its own separate reel, and each of these reels is its own consistent pattern, because it was printed in the inlay for the tape. And what you can do is, if you're good, you can... It's an infinite nudge until you get 777. Do you know how often that happens? Not very. I remember spending an hour trying to get that footage when I first recorded this game. Also, it had a nightmare joke in Nightmare with a K. Which is a good show, and they should do more of it. Nightmare was great. You see what I mean? It's like twice in a single game it's gonna do that. No, I'm gonna do that. Give me those 7s. In a line. Now what I would like to do
Yes.
I want to get on this high scoreboard. But in order to do that, you need to get more money out than you put in. Like, if just 10 pence. But, you know, it's gambling. Despite what I just said, the house genuinely always wins. So, like, don't. Only a fool would walk into, like, gold-plated hallways and think, I'm gonna clean this place up. I'm gonna be the one with all the money. I'm also very keen on looking at the time down there. So we'll have a couple games. And then the game will defeat me, or I'll get a high score and be very, very happy. Either way, hi, how we all doing? Yeah, you best start me off with that 7. Well, like, this is how the game gets you. Like, what is this, my 3rd game? So I gamble harder. The game will eventually pay out if I just keep gambling. And it never does. It's one of those things as well. I feel like if... Do I want to do that? Yeah, sure. Let's get some stars. I feel like if I could get behind the code of the game, I could figure out, is it a timing thing with the gambling? Is it strictly RNG? Is it slanted one way or the other? I don't actually know. Game, you're teasing me, and I'm going to fall for it every single time. Every single time. It is possible, and however rare that is, to have 777 line up on its own. I've seen it. I've done it. Usually the best way to do it is to manipulate the game into making it happen. Like I say, infinite nudges, or just... infinite nudges, pretty much. Or gambling so hard that it pushes you over the edge and you get the jackpot. It's going to be like me beating speed round Monopoly. Are you seeing this?
I see it.
Look at that!
I see it.
I just shuffle the game screen up a little bit.
Tilt. Tilt.
Exactly. Just no tilt in this game. Does it? Actually, there's a point. No, you can't break out the game. That's why I never did that. So normally what you can do is essentially what we saw at the start of the game, the start of the stream, excuse me, where you can six nudges. Unlucky. Yeah, what you can do with certain games written in BASIC is if you hit escape or break, as it was on the CPC keyboard, you would break the programming and then break out of the programming. And that's how you could list commands, peek at the variables, poke them, and get all that stuff done. More complex games did not let you do that. Or you could just disable it. Like this game appears to have just straight up disabled it. Which is fine. It's designed to tease me. I'll get it eventually. See if I don't. Tonight, probably not. And see, this is why my parents did not feel it was a bad thing to give their impressionable child the gambling simulator. Because what do you mean I keep losing? I should stop doing this. Pretty sure there is also a key press cheat that you can force certain things to show up, or you can force a hold. But like, try looking up 1984 fruit machine and you get actual stand-up 1984 fruit machines. So, and I'm not rummaging through the back catalogue of Amstrad Action to try and find it. I wonder why it is 7. Like, obviously 7 is your lucky number. Why is it lucky 7? This is what happens when there's no music and just the void and gambling. That excited little, I guess, quiz show sound, that's just going to be showing up in my dreams tonight. Sorry, everyone. Video game music often does. It was Cosmic Carnage last night. Cyclic Stage? Yeah, that one. Crowley Knight, I've been doing this since I was 4. I've absolutely developed a gambling problem. You know it. This game, genuinely, this game's kind of fun. Like I say, the fact that I've been playing it since I was 4. I need you guys to understand how just ballistic the jackpot sequence is. It's insane. And I showed it off on stream, not, well, on video, but like I say, I had to play this game so much in order to get it. Several ways to do it. 777 instant jackpot. You can gamble your way up to it from like the sub gambling screen. And that's it, actually. I'm pretty sure bar also gets you that, or that might put you on the second highest tier. At which point, always gamble up. Legit. Just do it. Always gamble. Not financial advice. I love how people think that's like a thing. Oh! Seizure warning! Genuinely. It was 1984. They were allowed to do things like that. Oh, hell yeah. Do you know how long I've waited to do that on stream? I consider this an absolute victory. See, there you go, Crowley Knight. It's not a gambling problem if you always win. I'm looking at the in number creeping up to the out number, it doesn't matter. I got the game to do the thing. Worth it. Totally worth it. The game has now drained the luck seed, and I don't get to enjoy it anymore. But you got to see it. I think that may actually be what has happened. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for plum. And again. £1 gets you 100 on the score. You just get that for free. And again, you can gamble up if you want, but it's fine. Right. I need 100 in 8 spins. It's not happening. But could you imagine? You know what I want? Jackpot again. Oh, it made me very happy indeed. Well, you know what? This is absolutely fine. I got to show off the cool thing. I don't need to get on the high score table right now. I'm going to call this stream an absolute win. Thank you very much for watching along and indulging me with my birthday stream, everybody. Here is the ending. I'm going to get told off by Twitch. What do you mean you're playing a fruit machine? Let's go say hello to Tot, because Tot's cool, and she is playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. She's been having a lot of fun with this game. She's been getting kind of mad at this game, but it's cool. She's fine. She enjoys it. Tomorrow's D&D, right? Come back on Thursday for Shadow of Memories, Shadow of Destiny, whatever it was called in the UK. The disc is down there. I can physically see it. I'm not going to look at it until Thursday when we all look at it together. So until then, goodbye.